All right, I've shared the link, so let me see if I can read. Hey, Nick, hi. Hi, Sandeep, hi, good evening. Hope you all, hi, Pradeep. I hope you all had a good time on the weekend. Still cold here on our side, but this DeepSeek is making some real moves. Nasdaq down almost 2%, 1.8 right now, almost near the lows. So is ES. Bitcoin has given up almost 5,000. Right now it's around 4,300. So that's this has taken market by surprise. Hey Sunny. Hey Chris, Happy New Year. Hi Shok. I'm good. Hi Hardeep. Hi. Let more people join in a couple of minutes and we'll start. So all in all, this DeepSeek is something really crazy. Like everybody knew at some point of time that's something which is going to uh, given competition to NVIDIA will come and NVIDIA will face that stiff thing. And that's exactly what has just started. So NVIDIA is taking a big chunk of it because all the H300, like if we simply go uh, and find the prices, like H300 prices in USA, they're like SHI is offering them around 44,000. That's some real big money. Like, and if you go to all the uh, GPUs, they're crossing like 500,000 somewhere, which becomes really crazy. So if you put that kind of chips, and these chips have given the revenue to NVIDIA in the last year and a half, approximately 18 to 24 months, and these chips have been in demand because they are not offered by any other big company. So these chips were there to compute using, like everyone is using large language model and they're trying to process the natural language, but there are different algorithms how they're processing it. So hi Delta. All right, so we have about 50 people alive. So let me just give you a very simple explanation of what this thing is going to do, and then we'll do our daily analysis. Come on. I'm not able to copy this. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, it's right here. All right, so let me use annotations for a second. So this is NVIDIA. Okay. NVIDIA was offering H100, which is a good computing system. They've grown to H200, H300, and Blackwell series. I'll not go into the details of these, but they offer really high compute processing. Okay. Now, all this was used by Microsoft. This was used by uh, Meta, these big companies. So the amount of investment these companies were doing was enormous because the cost of all these were like 500K. This was around 50K roughly. Now they were able to compute based on large language model. If you do not know, this is not a technical class. I will not go there, but it's they collect like if you simply I'll give you a very simple analogy. Like when a kid is born, right? He has nothing in terms of knowledge in his brain. So what do? We start teaching him that yes, this is alphabets, this is mathematical numbers. Then we teach them what is multiplication, subtraction, addition, division. And then we grow and grow that kid, and we start teaching him more algebra, trigonometry, geometry, and then we go to differentiation and all those things, right? So we grow from basic things and we go into the advanced knowledge. We feed all those things into the kid's mind so that he can remember all those things and process it. Now, the same analogy is for artificial intelligence. So there are trained models. They are getting the information from different sources. They're collecting those informations, and then they create, like in simple terms, a vector. Again, I do not want to give you technical information. You are much more qualified. I'm just sharing what I understand of these things. So based on algorithms, like there are different data points which are captured here, here. Okay. So when an algorithm runs, it tries to capture what is the closest to what is asked to me. Either it could be a translation, it could be a code, it could be something you are interacting with. So it goes back into those data trained models and then try to do an inference. And when those inferences are there, then the CPU process those inferences and then return to you. This is a very like extremely quick exercise training these models. And as of now, it was believed that NVIDIA is at the center of this because the GPUs which NVIDIA is providing is enormous capacity, and the data model like which is used by uh, ChatGPT, OpenAI, which is also used by Microsoft through Copilot, and now Meta is using its own Llama. So all these are collection of data sets, trained models, and they need hardware to process all of them. So that hardware was offered by NVIDIA, which cost a lot. So all these companies were investing a lot of money into the capacity expansion. Plus, they were making changes according to these processings of NVIDIA, right? Now, what has done DeepSeek is DeepSeek has achieved everything, but not with like high-end GPUs, machines. It was able to achieve, again, this is based on the information shared. This is the basic GPU, which is costing around $50,000. They were able to compute and return. Plus, the algorithm which was used to create a response is much efficient and much quicker. It also takes into cognizance of multiple more parameters as compared to the models which were offered by the closed, like this is an open source, right? As compared to the closed GPT model, which had a little less, like as per my understanding, they have about 600 billion parameters on the DeepSeek. So the amount of response you will get, like if you simply run the DeepSeek site, you will see that how it is preparing the response. Like I've created an account, so let me just show you 1 second. And again, if you have anything add, please let me know. And I'll show you the comparison as well. And you can use like DeepSeek is used by the trading sites of DeepSeek investors. So if you really want to create a code, like for example, create me a code for think or sim where 12 EMA crossing 34 EMA. Also, the volume is higher as compared to average volume of 14 days. Uh, TTM squeeze is showing breaking out. I'm just giving you an example how you can use it. Breaking out. Also, you can add DMI where Where is the plus sign? Well, plus DI is above 25 and DX is above 25. Okay. Now look at how it is creating this response. If you try the same thing, ChatGPT is going to give you errors. Try it. And if you're using uh, and it also gives you suggestions to improve this code. All right. You can try this. All these explanation, like it already took into cognizance all of this and it will work. If I ask the same thing to ChatGPT, like I have a paid version of ChatGPT, so let me go there and let me copy the same thing right there. And this is a paid, I paid $20 to create this to ChatGPT. Look at the amount of time it is taking to create those things. Okay. Now you can use either of them. Code will be most likely same, but the quality of response is much better. You can try with any .NET code. If you're working in the .NET platform, you can try any AWS integration with your application service. Now, whatever you want to do from a technology point, or if you are a simple person who has no idea with the technology, you can use it for your daily purpose. The kind of interaction DeepSeek is giving as compared to ChatGPT is of higher quality. Now, everything is achieved at a very low GPU. So the NVIDIA, which has created this universe that yes, if you have to grow, you have to take high processing models, that is coming into shackles. And that's why all the chip stocks, which were just going bazooka in the last 2 years, they are feeling the heat. But it doesn't mean that the companies like Microsoft, Meta, Google, who are investing into these capacity expansion are going to hit. No, it's like they were getting the processing at a higher cost. Now they are going to get those processing and maybe using a new model, but at a relatively cheaper cost. It will hit NVIDIA the most. It will not hit the companies comparatively as these companies were spending that much money. Now those companies were not going to spend that kind of enormous money, but they're going to get something similar if they follow those models. And DeepSeek is an open AI, like open data processing model. So it's not like it's closed, it's behind the scenes. No, it's open source. Anybody can go into it, learn and then use it. That will decimate the universe NVIDIA was trying to create. That is a fact. And that's why you see all the big chips company, yes, they were struggling. And like you can just see ARM, which was 182 on Thursday, now it's trading at 150, almost $30 gone. Uh, what was AMD? AMD was already so much down and it was not considered as the AI thing. So it will have the least impact. But yes, AMD also has some collaboration with uh, DeepSeek. So maybe that can give it a little push, but AMD is already so much beaten down that it may not feel that kind of crunch. But this may happen over a period of time, not immediately, but the kind of moves you will expect in the chips will be very volatile from now onwards. So be just careful on how you are investing into this market because with Trump, the market is just a tweet away. If he tweets, market will go down 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 points in a second, or can go up. So be very careful around that. And with all this, what comes? It comes the unknown. what will be the impact of this? Is Microsoft going to change everything it has like defined while using the NVIDIA GPUs? Or it can be uh, it requires changes into their implementation. So many things will come out, right? So be careful here in the next few days until you have clarity, because market does not like unknown. If market does not like unknown, everything which will be rise will be sold. Okay, and any other sector which has not performed well in the last few years, the money will be diverted. Like IWM has not seen the good days in the last few years. So money may be diverted there. Healthcare sector, biotechnology, they may be the sectors. Industrials, they may be the sectors. So just be mindful that yes, until and unless there is some clarity, maybe there is even something which needs to happen, provides much more clarity to the market regarding these chips, it is going to be really, really volatile. And I posted about the NVIDIA's 90 puts, right? See, somebody knew something about them. That's why those puts were there. So they knew that DeepSeek was coming, and from 150 to 53, NVIDIA is now trading at about 135 and no respite whatsoever. All right. So that was my thing which I wanted to share with you all with respect to DeepSeek. Again, there will be millions and millions of articles which will be posted online. You can go through them. You can try and also share with me so that I can also improve my knowledge with respect to uh, what do you call DeepSeek versus ChatGPT. But whatever I did, I found DeepSeek to be much more efficient, much more quicker. So Hamid, I think I did answer about AMD. Vlad, do we expect Oracle? TikTok news. See, TikTok, uh, it's a little tricky. TikTok is practically a positive thing for Oracle because it's not there in that domain. And if they invest in TikTok, they get uh, that kind of users coming from TikTok into Oracle. But I don't think so that's happening. There's some conflict about the news that Oracle is, because I also posted Trump said, but he denied it later on. So I am a little skeptical whether Oracle is going to be the company or they're going to be a couple of more company. I think there was a Perplexity AI, which is also into the thing. Again, as I said, there's uncertainty and market doesn't like it. So as of now, but if TikTok is staying, Meta is going to feel the heat with TikTok. All right, guys, any questions if you have? Otherwise, I'm going to do 20, 30 minutes of quick market analysis. Market has jumped almost 15 points on, not roughly 13 points on ES and about 60, 70 points on hashtag. Yeah, that's right, MP. And that's why I'm saying it's a little tricky about what is going to happen with Oracle. Mr. Rajesh Sana, I will do that, but at a later point, once I'm done with my analysis. All right, so let's talk about ES first. And again, like last 2 days, I had injury. I fall on the thick ice, or not thick, thin ice on a sunny day in New York, and I hurt my right hand and my back really bad. So I was not able to use my right hand at all. So I was typing anything from my left, so I could not do this session. But from an ES point of view, you can see it's higher high, higher low, and now it's creating a evening star. An evening star is like, simply remember this, that sun is coming down. That's evening star. When it is up, when the sun is right here, it is morning star. So it's going to go up. When the sun is right here, it's going to come down. Yes. That's evening star. So evening star is setting up. Also, if you want to see, this is also called a, it's not a clear abandoned baby, but it's somewhat near to an abandoned baby. One important thing, the strength, the black line, which shows the strength in the move was coming down. Even if the market is going up, the strength was coming down and the negativity was right up from this time onwards. So just be careful. Now we have good support around 60-50, and the levels which I posted last time was around 61.35 and 61.60. So we found the resistance at both the times, 61.35 and 61.30. We closed near this, and now we lost that. The next area was 61.10, 61.20. We are open well below this, and now we are on the selling side. So we are below this red line. I think 60-50 is something which needs to be watched for. If we hold this 60-50 on ES, I think we will see the bounce, and that bounce will come from Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, not from Nvidia, but from these companies and Apple. Tesla, I doubt, but this are the, and Google, sorry. If 60-50 is kind of managed, supported, this will be the area to add this, and they will move. If they do not move, then do not trade, because if they are not moving, it means they want to cool off, and if they cool off, it will drag the market. If you buy the puts, they will be very, very sharp trades, so the possibility of losing them is really high. So I would really say wait for 60-50 and then make a decision based on that. 60-50 to 60-30 is the last bull zone. If we lose that, I think we will see some really sharp, aggressive down moves. So be careful around 60-30 to 60-50 area. All right. And if you lose 60-30, here you will have confidence that yes, we are going to go down, and the next leg is around 59.50. So that gives you about 80 points, 1.5% move. So be very careful here. If you do not want to trade this week, just watch, let market settle out, because we have CPI, we have big of the earnings. Also, this thing is kind of setting in place. No, let me just clean this. This is right there. It tried right here, failed, tried right here, failed, and now it went up and failed. So this becomes shoulder one. This is the head and the shoulder two. So if we lose this one, 59.50, that is the last final support. If we lose 59.50, we are going all the way to 5,600, 5,700, where this rally started. All right. Again, anything can happen if we have much more clarity, much more uh, uh, idea about what's happening with DeepSeek. We will have seen, and all these companies say that yes, it is going to only cut down on their cost. That may, it's a very simplified version of it, but if that is going to happen, then all these companies should cheer, because it is going to cut down their cost remarkably. And one second, guys. Yeah. So that's our ESNQ. NQ is clearly losing right now. Uh, 21,460. And you can see right here that NQ, the red line is trying to bounce and the green line is coming, but there's no strength here. Okay, that strength, meaning even if we are selling, we need some selling strength into NQ. So if it bounces and then sells off, that will be much stronger. But selling it even right here, it's a little tricky. So be careful here on selling. Let it come around uh, 21,600, 21,650. That is a good selling area. Yes, it is for sure on the selling side, but it needs to sell off on the rise, not right here. And in the last few months, you see, these are Ripster clouds, which I use for the visual clarity. Otherwise, like 12 and 34 EMA are the same EMAs which I use. It's also in the Ripster cloud. So this blue line is the last line of support for the bulls. Okay. So this is around roughly 12, 21,450. No, this will be around 300 something. 21,300, 350. Yes, Vlad, I am on. I come once in a while in Ripster's room. Whenever I find time, I come and share my thoughts. Yeah, this is 3550, but I use 12 and 34. This is 3450. Yes. So 3450 is a good final support for the longs. But I will still say let it come and bounce and then sell it rather than selling it right away. Because there's a sharp down move. It will give Houston opportunity to bounce, and it will. And that's the area where you can sell it. Nasdaq is relatively weak, and chips have led all the way. Like Microsoft was doing nothing at 230, and then it went higher and higher because it was saying AI, 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 and all those investments, all those things. Now, the companies who are going to use these services, they are going to sell. You're not spending that much on this, so why should we pay you this kind of money? And now it is open source, so we can also take cognizance of that and start using it. It may take us some time to invest and grow from it, but with an open source, things will become cheaper. So that way, Microsoft, Google, all these companies are going to kind of hit, but from a capacity expansion point of view, they will have some level of good news. All right, and any questions on like ES and NQ? Otherwise, I'll just move quickly on the 10, 15 stocks I want to go. And thank you guys. I see almost 80 people joining in tonight. Hopefully, I'm making sense to you and I'm able to uh, make you understand what is the impact of it. So thank you very much. Okay, so let's start from Apple. So Apple, since the last time 235, I said it can actually come down to that 230, 18 area. I still believe Apple is overdone for now. Yes, last time I said when it was 250s that iPhone 60s are not selling, and iPhone 60s in China is about 5 billion, and we have already lost almost 500 billion on Apple. That doesn't make sense. Okay. So it's a buy. It could be one of the quickest up moves tomorrow. If you want to try long on Apple, 218 year stop loss, and it should respect it. It will go higher into the earnings. So Apple is something I'm looking positive. 218 stop loss, look for 230 to 37. AMD is already like kind of butchered. One last try if you want to do is uh it needs to clean, like simple words, it needs to clean 126. And with Nvidia's down thing, I think the demand for data centers will increase substantially because now everybody would like to do their own data centers. So maybe NVIDIA, maybe AMD, maybe Intel, maybe there is some respite for them here. So try 118 as a stop loss on AMD if you really want to do that. But I'm not shorting AMD at here. No. Apple, I'm not shorting at 219. 218 is my stop loss. AMD, I'm not shorting here at around 190. Amazon is making a dodgy. It will come to, let it come to 228 and then we'll see. where it is happening. Otherwise, I'm not going long on uh, DP. I will tell you how I create these settings. I've shared this on the Twitter. You can copy from there. And Vlad, I do not do biotechs because they are very unpredictable. I only do the big index stocks. So 228 is a good area for Amazon. Let's see if it finds supports. I think it will find the support where we have 60-50 area. So otherwise, you see a dodgy at the top. That's not a good sign. So if you were long, I think it's going to be a little complicated here with Amazon. AVGO. AVGO was a clear indicator that yes, there was a again. It's a very simple thing. Dodgy at the top is not a nice thing. Now it is at 235, which is a 12 EMA and below. It is from 232. I think it will find support around 221, and it's making a M pattern for me. So this is a little careful. AVGO has run up too much, and there are some massive gaps which needs to be addressed in AVGO. So I think it's a good shot. 235, it comes short AVGO. 221, you can test. BA BA is trying somewhat, but it's like failing. It's a big dodgy on this. Maybe BA finds support in this negative environment. It has earnings and like they have already pre-declared their numbers. So there's not much left, but the guidance from the new CEO, when the David Callahan is getting out from Boeing, I think that is going to be really something which people should be interested in. So BA, anything which dips into 170s, you just should try long. Baba, I posted the chart. Baba was looking at inverted head and shoulders, and this is also a TDM squeeze breakout with some volume. If everything goes fine, and if US stocks face uncertainty, China will find some wiggle room to go higher. So Baba, I think, is ready for 95, 96 area if it stays solid here. It has broken out, looking really positive, inverted head and shoulders. I posted the chart already on Baba. I think it's getting ready. Condition 87, I would say above 90, it should be rocket. It needs to create a move above 90 and then it will rocket. And it and these move can happen back to back uh, in the days. Even in like 2016, 2017, when Trump came into the picture, Baba went parabolic, and even Hang Seng right now, it's doing really good. Hang Seng is up almost 1%, and Baba is showing almost 3.5% up. Baidu is about 4% up. So if you do a net, Baidu is up around $1 in US market, and Baba is up about $1 in US market. So net, all this, uh, yes, Naga, all this health sector will find some wiggle room to go up. So Baba looks good to me. Baidu looks good to me. Cat, I think this will find some more strength. It has some more capacity to run. Uh, I think 374, 350 was the last time. The moment we break this 411, I think we are looking for 480 on Caterpillar. Caterpillar is going to run. Similar to Boeing, Caterpillar will run in Trump's thing. So be very interested in Caterpillar. It also have numbers this week. Uh, so and it also done a rally of almost 60 points in the last 10 days. But I think if numbers are okay, Caterpillar will still have a move going up. If numbers are bad, it's a good area to add Caterpillar. 380, 390. Crowd, CrowdStrike is something, if it dips to 365, take it. Go long in CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike will be now, because imagine now with DeepSeek, everybody will try and they will require more cybersecurity because they want to do their own things instead of relying on other models to do their work. So CrowdStrike will increase. 365 is a good area to add. Again, it will be a good area to backtest the 12 EMA, and whenever there's a backtest, it's a good strength to carry on. Then see crowd D in Google. Google, I think if it loses 195.80, 196, it's actually a bull pennant. If you see, it's going up and the lows are going up. So if I think the earnings are going to be incredible for Google, incredible, meaning in really incredible. So if Google is, you can get at 195-ish, 6-ish, go for 210 calls for the earnings. That is going to be really good earnings from Google. Google is looking really good to me. Meta will struggle. Meta will struggle. Because Meta Llama, it's see, every time it comes to this red regression line, it has faced stiff resistance and it come back to test the trend line. Okay. All this area, the blue line was like the blue pillars and the green line was going up, the black line was going up. Similarly here, the only difference is this time it is going up, this red dot. It means the move was not accepted with some like solid strength. So I think Meta should struggle. And again, 620 is an area where it needs to find the support. Earning wise, yes, Meta will beat. And with capacity expansion, I think there is something which needs to be tackled really nicely by Zuckerberg in the press conference after the earnings. So 620 is something, if you want to add Meta around that, do it. Not before that. Microsoft, I am really unsure. Microsoft started its consolidating, coming back to that uh, test of 433, which is the 12 EMA. And it actually, again, it's an earning week. It looks a little unsure because every time in the last earnings, it's at the same price. It just went down and then stayed in the same zone almost one quarter. Going back also, this is the only ticker which has not made a new 52-week high. So I am little unsure on Microsoft. 430, 431 is an area where it should find the support. If it doesn't, like again, market needs to find the support at 60.50. So Microsoft should also find the support around 431, 433. At that time, I would like to see if it holds it or if it starts to give up. The only positive ticker right now is Apple and Google to me. And no, Google, Meta, Microsoft. Let's do Nvidia. Nvidia, I've been very clear. 142 is an area for Nvidia. If it loses 142, it's gonna go down. It tried, but look where it closed. 142, a big negative or engulfing candle which covered the support. It closed above 142, followed by the big red candle. Closed 142, followed by the big candles. Closed, followed by the big candles. 142 is an area for Nvidia. It needs to stay back to back and make higher highs. And we have not seen any higher high on Nvidia. It should fail, and it will fail. Right now, 140 is the 12 EMA, 135 is the trend line support around, yeah, 135.50. This is the trend line, and the black dotted line. You see this line? Uh, this line is, this is the support. The moment we lose this, it's going to come down to 131. 131 is the final area where it has found the support multiple times. So if we lose this, let me see what kind of Fibonacci area is this. 61.8. And if we lose 61.8, we usually come down to 23.6. So 131 is your make or break area on NVIDIA. And for NVIDIA to remain positive or go higher, 142, and we need to have 2 days back to back, higher high and higher low. If we do not, sell the hell out of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is weak. MU will also face the bandwagon. Last time when we talked, I said that 93, 94 is the area where it should find. It did find the support and then went on to hit 110, where it made dodgy, gain dodgy, and now 78. It should find support around 97, but I think it will be sell on rise now. So sell it for 93 and fill the gap. Hmm. Then I think Tesla is, maybe Tesla finds something, but Tesla is so much of news driven. Earning wise, I do not anticipate anything, any fundamental changes into the earnings of Tesla. No. Let's see if it finds support around 395, 96. But earning wise, I don't see anything. This move happened. There was no fundamental change in this move. This move happened assuming that yes, Trump will come and Musk will have authority. Now that is there. He is the head of Dodge. What else? It does not add the numbers into the car. FSD is still right away. Robotaxi is not here. So I would wait until the earnings and will take a decision based on the earnings. I think it needs some cool off. It really needs some cool off on Tesla. Okay, somebody asked about NN Lily. Lily looked good. Lily is making a comeback above 34 EMA. I still think 777.77. This is a lucky number. 7.7.7.77. Not so many dots. This 777.77. This is the 34 EMA right now. This should hold. This number should hold. You can try long here on S Lily. I do not trade these funny stocks enemy, but they need to see some cool off. It's like you need to be in them to ride them. If you try to make a position out of them right now, it's not going to help. Uh, I don't think so. If it loses like low of 41.50, it's going to crack to 32. With it, I have already shared Apple is looking positive to me. So 41.50 is your stop loss if somebody was looking at NME. Then I have XOM. XOM earnings may not be like good because the crude rise and then I don't think so it's going to matter that much as of now. It's in a very tight zone. Again, it doesn't move that much on the earnings. If you're really thinking that it will move, no. But if you really want, try 107 as your stop loss. CMG. CMG, struggling, and it's an inside day on CMG. It was trying for a morning star. Any dip into CMG, if you find around 56, take a long on CMG. CMG looks right to me. A morning star and an inside day. Then Lulu, LU. Lulu looks good. Any dip to 385 is a bonus on Lulu. See, it came to 34 EM, it tested, held it. Any dip into Lulu is 385 is a blessing. Buy it there. McDonald's. McDonald's looks all right. Last time they had an issue with their uh thing into the earnings. I think it's doing fine. It's tested 280, filled the gap which it had. The EO7 looks good on McDonald's. Sumit, I have shared Roblox around 54-ish to 65, and it's right now 65. I think it needs to cool off a little. Uh, Dodgy right at the top, 64. If it comes 64.40, see if it holds. If it doesn't, it's going to come down to 60. 34 EM, it's holding right there. So be very watchful on Roblox. It has done its move. Uh, Last time when we had this kind of move, we went up the green line and this segmented and then we gave back. Right now, the green line is not at the top. So I would say just be careful and dodgy at the top. I never like it. So 64.40 is your stop loss. If it loses that, short it. That's about it, guys. So Bitcoin and Mr. Yeah, Bitcoin, as I said, Bitcoin, I don't think so. It's gonna be very happy with the fund. Uh, let's increase the period. Let's look at the weekly candle. So on weekly candle, it's setting up as a evening star, which I do not like. So for you, I think it's also an inside week. If it give up 99,000, I think it's gonna be crazy for Bitcoin. It will just go down. Bitcoin 99,000 is your stop loss. Yes, MP Singh, the decline is from based on selling and buying imbalances. No, stock market is not closed. MP Singh, you need to understand the 24-hour market. This is the market where the actual trades are happening and happening with volume. These are not imbalances. Imbalances are settled at around 4 o'clock, at around 9:30 in the morning. So right now, Apple is holding 219. I think it looks good to me. Amazon 228 is make or break. Do not try long on ARM. I would not suggest. Do not try long on AVGO. Sell them on Rise. Uh, Baba is a long. BA is a long. Baidu is a long. Caterpillar is a long. Crowd is a long around 360, 365. Google is a long around 195. If it loses 195, avoid it. IWM. Let's do IWM. IWM, I think it's setting up for a nice move. In all this, IWM can be really positive. So IWM, I think 226, 226 is a good support on IWM. So just see, we need this black line to follow up on IWM so that we can actually have a move. But if it comes to 226, I think 233 is there on IWM. All right, guys. So that was it from me. Hope you got to learn something. Let me do last one here because I need to CRM is going to find support. CRM, the 12 and 34 EMA is like 330, 329 is well below that. Let's see if it finds resistance around 330. If it doesn't, if it clears 330, you can try long. Otherwise, you can sell it. CRM, it looks fine, but with market sentiment, and CRM is one of the big components of the S&P index. So if market has to go down, it will also go down. See, this thing you need to be very careful in your mind that CRM is somewhere here. All these big tickers, right there. Now, if index has to go down, this section, which is the heavy weightage on the IT side, IT meaning communication, consumers, IT, all this big seven. This section has to go down. S&P will go down. They have to like, this is almost the 60% of S&P and the rest one is the 40%. Now 40% has to move 3 times to compensate 60% going 2 times. So if S&P has to go down, all this will contribute downside and banks, industrials, healthcare will go upside. All right. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a good time. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye bye. Take care.